Today we're going to give you a Town Hall 9 base link for free. This base has defended against all sorts of armies, and I'm even going to give you some base building tips in case you want to replicate this yourself. Here is your first look at this Town Hall 9 base. It has been recommended for pushing or war, but obviously you could probably use it in CWL as well. This is a compact, semi-symmetrical anti-3-star design built to hold against common farm or trophy armies. It excels against defending ground-heavy armies like Go-Ho, Go-Wipe, and Mass Hogs, with well-placed giant bombs, as you can see here, and Teslas to bait and punish queen charges or kill squads. Air traps are optimized for Lalo rather than dragons, so if you're worried about dragons, you can switch them up a bit. And the centralized clan castle makes luring the CC really difficult, so anyone coming against your base will not be able to deal with that CC easily. Smart trap placement and strategic funnel breakers, including some of the traps you see on the outside of the base, but mainly the Teslas you see there that make funneling incredibly difficult, help turn many attacks into 1 or 2 stars. But rather than just tell you that this base is good and have you all believe it, let's show some defensive replays of this base kicking ass. So this is Go Witch here, or Witch Slap as it's commonly known, and it's easily the strongest attack strategy at Town Hall 9. There's not really anything you can do to defend it, unless you're running this base, of course. So set a really nice funnel. Obviously I am complimenting the attacker a bit here, but you're gonna have to see what this base does, because something I really like about this base is look at the very core of the base. Obviously we got the clan castle and the queen, but there's actually not many high value defenses in the core here. There is 2 archer towers there, hardly the most important defenses. And the reason for that is we want to shred the troops as they come out of the core. And look at this. We've got this expo on the back end of the base, not in the very center, but towards the end, which means it's much harder to get to it on the back end of the base. Look at this. All the troops have pathed around the center. If these 2 expos were in the very center of the base, in the core, like those 2 archer towers were, which is what a lot of base builders would do, this would have been a 3-star because this expo just would have been taken down so quickly. But by spreading our defenses, particularly our major defenses, throughout the base, we've actually earned ourselves a defense, because this is all because of this expo here, which has just done so much damage. Now, did this attack have max heroes? No. Was it the difference? Absolutely not. Wouldn't matter if you had a level 30 archer queen here, you are not getting through to the back end of this base, because the expo is just awesome, and that is a defense. If Witch Slap is the strongest attack strategy at Town Hall 9, then the second strongest is definitely Zap Dragons. So this attacker here gets rid of 2 air defenses, then's got the heroes on each side of the base to set a brilliant funnel. Weirdly enough, got the frozen arrow. You don't really see the frozen arrow too much in attacks, but I tell you what, it would be really nice at slowing down all the defenses. Generally though, you do want to run the giant arrow with this attack strategy, because you can remove even more air defenses. But we're going to see probably a very similar thing as the last attack that was in this video, wherein the expo on the front side of the base isn't going to do a whole lot, but the expo on the back side of the base is going to be huge in stopping 3 stars. King is on one side of the base, actually got double epic equipment on the Archer Queen. You don't see that at Town Hall 9 a lot. But look, we've gotten the dragons nicely into the center of the base here. They're eating Seeking Air Mines over and over, but it's not the center of the base that's the tough part of the base. It's getting out of the base, because look, we now have the other expo, who was sadly left out of the last replay, putting on an absolute clinic here. Another Seeking Air Mine hits beautifully. That air defense is 1 HP, and without that going down, this is going to be a critical defense yet again. If the giant arrow was used, I don't know if it would have been a defense as much, depends how accurate they were with it, but you gotta take what you can. It is very hard to defend at Town Hall 9, so GG's here. Now we have Go Wipe, probably the most iconic Clash of Clans attack strategy. I do miss when this was meta. That's why I love doing these Town Hall 9 or even just these low Town Hall base videos for you all. Obviously, Town Hall 17 is like the newer content and that is the main content we do on the channel, but we are definitely trying more and more, particularly in 2025, to do low Town Hall content for you guys, whether it be attack strategies. This year, we've already done the best attack strategy at each town hall, a singular video for each town hall, and we've also done a top 3 attack strategy for each individual town hall, and in the middle of the year, we'll probably do a top 5 attack strategy for each town hall. So plenty of low town hall content coming, plus more base links like this one. So the Go Wipe is coming in here. Nice funnel is set, but you can see here, right? Gonna run out of compartments to jump into. This first jump is nice, it gets us into the core of the base, but where's the second jump gonna go, right? We're not gonna be able to open up the entire back end of the base, and that is where this base is super nice. There are so many different compartments. This jump spell goes here. I don't know if I agree with that. Probably should have gone to the back end expo, but even then, right? Both of these expos really hard to get in one attack with this because they're just so far away from each other, so awkwardly placed. And look, we've got the Archer Queen in the center, plenty of epic hero equipment in this attack here. So the attacker definitely had plenty at their disposal, but just couldn't get the jump spells to work. And the wall layout is critical to this base's success, honestly. It might be the best part of it. Obviously, for those of you who play higher Town Halls, who even needs walls when you got Root Riders. But at Town Hall 9, walls do matter. And you're going to see here, this gets a nice defense. We're not going to watch the rest of this. It is a foregone conclusion. Let's jump into the next one. But what about Queen Charge attacks? We have Queen Charge Baby Dragon here. Now, Queen Charge Lalo is the classic Queen Charge army for Town Hall 9, but Queen Charge Baby Dragon is definitely really nice. So, got the Barbarian King to funnel, and the Queen Charge is going to come in here, but you're going to see a similar issue to the last attack, wherein this base just has so many different compartments that you can only Queen Charge so far, particularly because at Town Hall 9, we do not have access to Super Troops yet. So these next wall breaks come in, beautifully done, and look, it is a nice area of the base to Queen Charge, but yet again, we are not going to get both expos with this Queen Charge. And the expo, outside of probably the defending Archer Queen or the defending Minion Prince, is your go-to in terms of defensive value. Air defenses are also really awkwardly placed, and you can see, already lost one healer to an air defense there and forced out an early invisibility viability. Now, one difference... Oh, rip that Archer Queen. Jeez, that defensive Archer Queen put in work. I didn't even get time to get out the next part. Now, one thing I was going to say is if I had to make one change to this base, and this is something I would recommend to all of you, as we see a half Lalo, half Baby Drag army. I cannot say I've ever seen this before. This is fascinating, but it obviously wasn't going to work with the Archer Queen up. But one thing I would say is switch out the Barbarian King on defense for the Minion Prince. The Minion Prince is a nuisance to deal with. It hard counters ground attack strategies, but then it, particularly those which don't have many air targeting troops in it, but it also just is so hard to take down for Lalo attacks, whereas obviously, you know, the air attack here can completely ignore the Barbarian King. And as you can see here, oh, he had a jump spell to jump further into the base, so he didn't run out of wall breakers, just didn't have the jump spell, didn't have the spells to keep the Archer Queen alive. Even though there's not much damage in the center of the base, when you're doing a Queen Charge, there's always flanking damage, and that helps get a nice defense here. And the final replay of the video, obviously, we gotta have a Hog attack. There is nothing like the iconic Hog Rider. That's my best attempt, and you will never hear me do that again. So if you watched this far in the video, I hope that was worth staying, because, yeah, that wasn't my best moment ever on YouTube. We've got the entry coming in here, and essentially with this attack, you want to get rid of the CC and the defending, as many defending heroes as possible, because we don't have Hog Riders. We can use skeletons. We don't have Headhunters, sorry, is what I meant to say. You can use skeleton spells, but not really as good. By the way, another reason you should run the Minion Prince, because Hog attacks, yeah, what's a Hog attack going to do to a Minion Prince? Anyways, Lava Hound is such a nice CC. You see why there, because it completely stops that Archer Queen getting so much value. But what I want to what I want you guys to look at here is these Teslas. Look at how many hogs got pulled out of the center of the base there to go chasing Teslas. Just not what you want. You obviously want more of them in the core. And look at that. Just so many giant bombs that the attacker has already gone through 2 heal spells, and they've only got 2, and there's another giant bomb. So we have a few hogs on the top side, and I'm guessing, I think we all know what's about to happen in like 1 second here. Yep, I predicted it. Another giant bomb. Now, the heal spells weren't really placed that well, but there's still 2 wizard towers on the back end of this base, so I still think even if the heal spells were timed better, it would have been a defense. The base link will be down in the description below. Hopefully it works for you guys. Let us know down below if you run this base, if it works. If it doesn't work, I just want to hear all your feedback, because you know what? We are giving you this base for free, and the builder would love your feedback for this. As referenced earlier in this video, we do have a top 3 Town Hall 9 attack strategy video that is updated as of 2025, and we are going to link that video on the left. Make sure you give it a look.